Hi, I'm Larissa Barclay.
I am Natara Rice.
And I am Dr. Kisha R. Turner.
And we are
Women's United Empowerment.
Hello everybody, good morning. I am Larissa Barclay and I have the pure honor of being here along with my host, none other than
Natara Rice
and
Kisha Turner.
And we have the pure honor and privilege to be here right here at the state capitol with the Secretary of State, Mr. Brad Raffensperger. So listen, I am super excited to be here. It's an honor to be in your presence. Man, we have been, I tell you, we have been following you and we're just so amazed and impressed with the movement she leads. So we're here today to talk about women investments and empowerment. That's right, ladies, we're going to talk about the financial aspect for us. That's right, girl power. So I'm going to go ahead and just let, of course, our Secretary of State say a few words.
Well, we're excited that we'll be having this opportunity. It's called She Leads, and that really began with our securities chief, Nuala Zaharis, and it's going to be on Friday, May 3rd at the Hellenic Community Center up on Claremont Road. We opened up enrollment for people to sign up for that, and it's well over 200 people already. It does cap out at 350. We thought maybe 250, and then we raised it to 300. Now we're up to 350. But having tremendous turnout. It's an exciting program, and we're going to have some great speakers, people that are very accomplished leaders in their field. And I think people will be very excited about that. Well, it's designed for women. So when we say people, this is for women, business owners who want to be business owners, professionals, and really to give them that, another tool in their toolkit for financial and business success.
Awesome.
And Brad, this is a free event, right?
Yes, it is. And we're really grateful for the sponsorship that we've had. We've had several key sponsors, and one of those obviously Chick-fil-A, and then also several other sponsors that I'll mention at some point appropriate in this program. But we're just excited that we can bring it on out here for a free event for everyone. So sign-ups on our website.
Especially with so many powerful women on board. I mean, wow, I was just blown away to look through the panel just to see who actually was standing firm for all of us,
Yes.
Wow.
So we're excited about that. We listed, first of all, Nanette Landon. I believe she's our keynote speaker, and she's president of the Nexus Institute. Very accomplished business leader.
Awesome.
So I think people will be excited to hear from her. And then we also have Anna Kavlik. She is one of the largest Hispanic-owned organizations. She owns Anna Steel, and it's a very large, successful organization. So she'll be able to share the secrets to her success. And I think that will encourage people, motivate them, and provide maybe some of those tidbits, and maybe reduce some of that fear. So when people want to step out, to start their own organization, it gives them that extra bit of courage to do that, because it is a big step to decide you want to run and be in your own organization.
Well, that is absolutely great and phenomenal, because I know that knowledge is power. So ladies, it's definitely imperative that we get out there and iron sharpens iron, and we just kind of get the information from all those amazing leaders that's going to be there to impart into all of us ladies, because we know that it's been a challenge for a lot of ladies, single mothers, out there having a challenge of just really trying to even have the knowledge and the know-how of how to do investing, how to start their own businesses. All they can think about is, basically going to work. For me, and I don't take away jobs, but they'll be just double broke. So we're definitely empowering women entrepreneurship, and I thank you for putting this on. So we got a few questions for you, because the world wants to hear from the amazing Secretary of State. So we'll go ahead and let Natara answer the first question.
So what I want to know is, the event is going to be awesome and amazing, but the opportunities, are there going to be any opportunities after the event with the women that are on the panel, as far as consulting and coaching?
Yeah, we've opened that up so that they'll actually have an opportunity for some one-on-one coaching, one-on-one mentorship, and just maybe asking some of those questions. Sometimes you hear some information, but you still have a few questions. So you got to circle back and have some one-on-one questions and answer sessions with some of the speakers that will be there.
That's
Okay, that's
awesome.
great, because I think that the biggest fear factor with starting your own business is not knowing where to begin, not knowing where to start.
Absolutely.
So I think that the educational piece is for us just starting an LLC. You know, some women don't have a clue how to start an LLC. So just that consulting, that coaching, the educational piece is just so important. So that's why I asked that question.
Awesome.
Well, that's one of the things we'll be working on in the Secretary of State's office, really a toolkit, a toolbox of what do I do to start a
Oh,
corporation,
that's
what are the
awesome.
first steps, because I just think about when Trish and we started our first business, it was a child care center back in
Oh, wow.
1985.
Great, that's great.
And maybe I kind of sold the idea, but she had a degree in early childhood education. We had an awful lot of questions about that and who do you talk to. And so that can put that hesitation factor that you might have and keeps you from starting your business.
Right, right.
And so we give that useful information because I think if you look at all businesses, generally almost all businesses always start with one person. If it's a big corporation, it starts with two.
Right.
With Apple, start
Yes.
with two guys, right?
Yes, yes.
When you think about Amazon, the largest corporation in the world right now, start with one person. So most corporations do start small. I know we're not all going to be Apple, we're not all going to be Amazons, but over a period of time, when you start having success, you start hiring folks that work for your business. And so those people that you hire, that's creating jobs for other folks. And what that does for the state of Georgia, it just creates more opportunity for everyone. And so it's not just the business owner, and we really appreciate that and welcome that opportunity for them to enjoy, the fruits of their hard work and efforts. But as you grow the organization, there's more people you hire, and then it just generates a momentum machine that benefits not just the owner, but the entire state of Georgia.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I think another piece is just the confidence. Confidence is something that I actually coach. I coach a couple of women. It's about believing in yourself, and sometimes you actually have to show people their own vision,
That's right.
in order for them to take that leap of faith. I've been an entrepreneur for about 4 years now, and when I started, I had to become a different person. I had to become an entrepreneur. I had to put in my mind, okay, this is what I want to do. I'm going to go for it. Of course, I didn't just go out there and just start a business. I was still working for a company at the time. And once I said, okay, once I make this amount of money, then I'm going to leave. And I did just that. So I think I had to work up to that courage and confidence to do so. So I think that's another piece that's needed.
Well, a lot of people do that. I know that in our case, we bought that daycare, and really Tricia ran that day in and day out. I ended up becoming the painter, the maintenance person, everything that
Wear
had to be
everything,
done.
right?
Because when you start out, you're
Absolutely.
broke.
You're
Absolutely.
everything in your business when you start.
And after you close with the bank, you're going, okay, now, well, we generate enough income at the end of the month to pay our bills.
Right, right.
And you just keep on working it, and it's a slow process.
Absolutely.
In fact, you talk about saving money. People sometimes say, well, what could you do with $10? But if you can save $10 a week, if you can't save $10, you can save $5 a week. But $10 a week over a year is over $500 a week.
Absolutely.
So you have $500 that you've put away, and that just gives you some more financial freedom, financial leverage.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, agreeing with what Ms. Rice was actually saying to you, I am actually CEO of a women's empowerment organization, and I do a lot out here in the community for the women. And I know for me the biggest thing was to get them on the same page, to understand their worth and to understand that it's okay and you can have a business, an organization, you can do things. First, I want to compliment you for being a firm stand for your wife, being a backbone. I mean, wow.
Yes. You need that partnership.
Yes.
I guess what I want to say is, it's so many different levels of women's, and all of us, some are wanting to learn. Most are wanting to learn how to get to that entrepreneurial level. But I guess I want to ask you, as a man, the people of Georgia, women's especially, have been sitting for a very long time and waiting to take a stand and give a standing ovation to a leader such as yourself. How does that make you feel to have all these women? I mean, this is just small right now, you may see, but when you look up in a few months, it's thousands upon thousands looking at you as an amazing leader backing us. How does that make you feel?
Well, I think from a business perspective, you're really always looking for the best people to do a job. I think about the first chief drafter I hired. Happened to be a female. back in 1979, 1980, but she just ran our shop and did a tremendous job. Look, in our own organization, my construction business, we have a project manager. She's just an incredibly gifted, hardworking person. And my son now is the president of the company, but you know, I know that he's looking for the best person in whatever position you have. So I think people just have to understand that there's the world right now needs more hardworking people. There's actually an employment shortage out there, and some people say, oh, really? No, there's an employment shortage, particularly for people that are hardworking, that'll bring their best every day.
Absolutely.
And what happens so many times is the people that bring their best every day, eventually they move up those executive ranks, or they might decide to start their own corporation and something like that. And both are good.
Yes.
And so we need leadership at all levels. America's crying for it.
It is. It's so true. I just would like to say, I know as far as all of us being out in the field and we working with women as we do on a regular basis, we see so many walks of life, you know. And I feel that I know for sure that She Leads is a definite amazing thing. It's going to take a lot of women out from the lower brackets of income, bringing them up because, again, like Ms. Larissa was saying, that, you know, knowledge is power.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about this because it's the aftermath is when you're actually going to see the effects of it all.
Yes.
And so I'm just prepared to see where this goes and to see the levels of it and, you know, really positioning these women to handle, you know, these different groups of women, you know, because we all have something to bring to the table and we have to educate them and get them to where they need to be. But I'm very honored to
Well,
have you back it
I
up.
appreciate that, but we have to always keep in mind that 99% of us start at the bottom.
That's
You know,
right.
and we just continue to work hard.
Absolutely.
I think of my first job, actually when I graduated from the university, it didn't pay a lot, but you just kept on working hard, and that's what it's all about. So it's really about perseverance, working hard, never giving up.
That's right.
Never get
And if you don't feel like there's opportunity in your company, then you probably are going to end up moving on to another place.
That's right. That's
And
right.
like I said before, we have right now we have a shortage. And so if you don't feel like you're being treated right or there's not that opportunity, there is that opportunity out there someplace. And what I think She Leads will do is really connect people, maybe to see a bigger vision of themselves. I think is a good thing, but also I think, you know, give them connections that they can perhaps say, hey, can we talk some more?
Definitely.
Because those leaders there, they know other leaders and they are in touch with other organizations. And so I think there'll be those connections that people get. And so much about life is really, you know, that connection that you can get to help, you know, self-mentor and also, you know, co-mentor.
And as a woman, that really does spark hope within us.
Absolutely.
You know, I remember, I'm sure you ladies can remember when we first started off coming into the entrepreneurial field and not really knowing where to start at, you know, and starting at the bottom. But to see us now, whoever thought, you know? I mean, like with God's grace, of course, but at the same time, it's a beautiful thing. So thank you so much for having part in bringing this hope within all of us.
Well, if you go to our website, you look at some of the speakers that we have, it's just exciting. You know, that we have Gloria Cox, she's with Chick-fil-A Foundation, and then Marguerite Presley Davis, she's with former Goldman Sachs. So, and then Sarah Fallow, she's the president of Data Points. And then we're also Darshan Kendrick, she's a state representative.
Awesome.
So some of them
Excited
in the
about
political
this.
realm, and maybe some of the folks that show up that thought, well, maybe I want to, you know, dip my toes into that political waters. And so Darshan brings that, but also I know that she's been interfacing with our securities
Yes.
division as an attorney. She does that very, you know, very often. And then also we're going to have Tiffany Camp Bernstein, Private Wealth Management.
Oh, yes.
Chloe Moore, she is the founder and owner of Financial Staples.
Financial Staples,
So
awesome.
a tremendous name for an
Girl
organization.
power.
So,
Right.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk about. She Leads, just that name alone. I mean, it just gives you confidence. It's letting us women know that we have the power. We can do anything we put our mind to. Myself being a coach and mentor to so many leaders and ladies, I tell you, just being able to have them come, like she said, I see thousands. I see thousands of ladies being empowered, saying that if she can do it, all those phenomenal ladies that you just talked about, so can I. And that is the most important thing, and also to learn and get the education and knowledge from people who went first.
Right.
Because just like you said, we all started from the bottom, most of us. All right?
well, our goal, my job as Secretary of State is to be the Secretary of State for the entire state.
Yes.
And really all parts of the state and all demographic groups. So we want to make sure that this is starting here in Atlanta, and we want to make sure that we have economic empowerment throughout the entire community of the metro region, in every pocket, every precinct. But if this is successful, we know it's going to be, then we want to roll this out to some other cities.
That's
So
right.
we get down into
Awesome.
Columbus, we get to
Phenomenal.
Albany, we get to
Savannah,
Augusta,
yeah.
we get to Savannah, we get to Macon, you know, so that we can really spread this idea of economic empowerment for women throughout the entire state, for everyone. I think that's a good thing.
Now, you said we're capped at 350, right? 350.
Yeah. We may need to open it up.
The hall only holds so many, but you know, we'll figure it out.
Next time we'll be at the Georgia Congress Center where we can hold
thousands of people.
That's a vision that I have, because I see where this could actually go. And I've been inviting people, and I tell them, hurry up and register, because you do have to register.
Right.
And I know it's a limited amount of seating, but this is phenomenal. One thing I did want to do is just bring to the point the type of women that's going to be a part of this amazing event. Just want to read just a little piece of Margaret Davis, because I thought she was phenomenal. In 2017, she left corporate America to open her own business with business strategy and financial coaching agency. And she's one of the Atlanta's 40 under 40 by the Atlanta Business Chronicle. So these are just amazing women. I've been reading their profiles. They've been involved in the Fortune 500 companies, and it says one company in particular, she grew, and I'm probably going to butcher this name, Talala.com. She grew it from one product offering in one city to 11 product offerings across 5 continents in 2 years. That's absolutely phenomenal. So these are the women that we want to be around and connected to.
Definitely.
We're excited about that.
I was just going to speak about Tiffany S. Kent. She joined Bernstein Private Wealth Management as a financial advisor in 2018. She served as an analyst and a vice president at, Freiberg Investment Management, 300 million AUM investment advisor firm. What I like to say about this, ladies, is that, you know, you're going to get an opportunity to actually see this woman live speak, and to have someone just to even think about of her caliber, to be so humble to mentor the ladies, to get involved with this is very special, because we all dream about, you know, being at this level where these women are. You know, I mean, of course it took time, again, but at the same time, man, it's just exciting to see them all come together. And this is different walks of life, different races of women coming together, just one power.
And this is Atlanta, this is Georgia leaders, which is really exciting.
Yes.
If we can turn on the TV and we can see people have done this in other parts of the country, that doesn't really bring it home when you have someone that's here from Georgia. So it's Georgia-grown entrepreneurs, Georgia-grown business leadership. So we're excited about that.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We were so honored, again, just to be in your presence,
Well, I'm
Secretary of
just
State.
so thankful and grateful that y'all came out
Awesome.
here to give us a big shout out, but to help promote this, to get us that
Absolutely.
350. And you're busting down the doors. We're having to find room for for 50 more.
Exactly. So
That's
speaking of promoting, hey ladies, meet us here Friday, May 3rd, the Ballroom of Carlos Center, 2500 Claremont Road, Atlanta, Georgia, 30329, 9 a.m. to 5, a day of just nothing but iron sharpening iron and empowerment. I'm so excited. You can go to Eventbrite to She Leads Women's Investment and Financial Empowerment Forum. Registration. See you there. Don't miss it. You can't afford to miss it.